So this is me stretching before the workout. I sped the video up a little bit, but I'm just doing roll downs right here, hanging for a little bit after the hamstring stretch. So I go down, stretch the hamstrings, hang a little and roll back up. This was one of the first stretches I ever learned when I started acting in dance school when I was younger. So it's like a steady one I know to go to. After fixing the camera, I'm just doing shoulder rolls. Remember, this is sped up. You should do these very, very slowly just to get your body moving before working out. I'm just jumping into my yoga flow. That was a child's pose. And I now have these steps memorized. This is downward facing dog, and I love this. I feel like the body is just letting out so much good breath that otherwise I wouldn't be able to without that stretch. Please forgive me for having the camera turned this way, and I got it the right way. I got to jump into these Pilates exercises. So I recently did a one-on-one Pilates session, and it was so informative. This is basically a roll down. I'm just sitting, but I'm able to move much further than I would have been able to if I didn't do the roll downs in the beginning. So everything is kind of cumulative. Like once you get to the next step, because of what you did previously, you're able to move with more efficiency, and I love that. With these stretches, I like to isolate one leg at a time, but I also like to breathe into them as deep as I possibly can, because I want to actually put breath into my body with each stretch. So that's what I'm trying to do every time I'm doing the isolations, and I do a different stretch on each leg. And this is much needed, especially because I kind of recognized that I had a pulled nerve in my session, and I don't know exactly what it is. I could self-diagnose myself, but rather than do that and going down a rabbit hole on Google, I'm just trying to pay attention to my body and just do exercises with better form. So now that I'm all stretched out, I'm ready to jump into this Pilates sit-up. Now, forever, I've always done this sit-up or crunch with my chin tucked. And my instructor told me to just raise my shoulder blades off the floor. That's all. And he gave me the tip of just try to keep my elbows up as if something's pulling my elbows. And it's one minute change, but it definitely affected how I was able to execute the workout. And I see the results immediately, as opposed to the crunches I thought I was doing appropriately, which I wasn't. So I was really happy to learn that. So now I'm going to move on to leg isolations. I'm just doing leg circles, and I'm trying to move the camera back so I don't hit the camera with my leg, but also so you can see the movement. And it's just an isolation. It's a simple exercise, but I have to control not only the leg but my torso, because that's basically what's helping me pull the leg up and move it around. So this is like one of my favorite exercises that I always did, but I didn't know that it was related to Pilates. So I was excited to learn that. I'm just going to do 8 to 10 reps, but everything you do to one side, you have to do to the other. So now I'm ready to do the other leg. And I don't know if you notice it, but this leg is much looser, so I'm able to move it better. But I'm also able to move it not only because of the stretches, it's just more freer, and it's not in the way of the camera. So this has no blocked view. So I'm kind of doing it to maximum efficiency, as opposed to the previous leg. I kind of didn't position the camera as best as I could. But that's it for the leg circles. And these are simple exercises, but they're really tough. And I move on after the leg circles to a short stretch and a yawn. These are good exercises when I'm yawning. And I'm going to move on to the glute bridge. Now, this isn't purposely a glute bridge. This is actually me doing roll downs, but the roll down is starting with me in a bridge. And I kind of did this for 2 reps before filming, and I'm trying to get better at rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae. I don't know if you noticed it, but my torso is kind of stuck. That's why I love Pilates, because it explains so much more than me just working out by myself. My torso being stuck is relative to a lot of other things in my life. So I'm just trying to get better at doing this specific exercise, because right now I'm going up and down, but I don't see the fluid motion. And I know when I practice this, I normally use my hands to push me down vertebrae by vertebrae. But this is just the 3 Pilates exercises I worked on today. So I started with the Pilates sit-up, the leg isolations, and the glute bridge, which is helping me do the vertebrae roll downs. And as you can see my face, these are minute exercises, but they're definitely effective. So it's kind of something I want to add on to my workouts. I want to be able to do everything I need to do. But do the Pilates first, because it definitely allows me to have more control over my body, and it helps me understand my body more. So now I just want to get up and move on to my physical therapy exercises. I had an injury on my right ankle, and earlier this year I had a therapist work with me and taught me a couple of exercises, which I should be doing daily, and sometimes I don't find the time to, or I don't make the time in my schedule, but I am today. So these are just calf raises, and these are simple exercises, but they definitely help with stability. And if this was a dance class, I would say releve. This is helping me perform better as a ballet dancer, because I can have stronger ankles when I'm going into releve. So this is a sitting calf raise. I also like to do these with ankle weights, but I didn't bring any with me today. And I'm going to go from sitting to standing. And I'm very, very, very excited about this. Only because I know the more that I practice these, the simpler it'll be for me to get through my ballet classes. And that's all we're doing today. We're just working on small exercises. Less is more, definitely with me, because I can pull my muscles the wrong way when I'm doing a lot of things with weights. So most of my videos are body weight only exercises. And please continue to watch, like, and subscribe, and comment, and you'll be able to grow with me. You'll definitely see my growth. Thank you. See you soon.